Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to the next normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. Thank you so much for joining us. And thanks for all the comments yesterday on the conversation about God. I hadn't known that it would be such a big topic in terms of just our search to be in that connection and in that relationship. So I thought that it would be nice for us to continue, if that's okay with you, but also how to tap into God for our own creativity. Have you ever been in a kind of a state? It's like a state in you. You feel a little flat. You've been doing the same things over and over again, and something inside of your personality, inside of the soul, you want to feel something different. You know, you do the same thing, but internally you want to feel something different. You want a different result, or you want to see different things, or just have a different experience. Have you ever been in that state? Or sometimes you might check yourselves and you feel like, I'm a little stuck here. I'm not living my potential. I'm not me. I'm not full. And then you've got those factors of all those distractions. Maybe a spouse, maybe a roommate, maybe a lover, maybe a child, maybe an in-law, maybe just a friend, a colleague at work, and it's distracting you from the introverted work that you can do on yourself. So how do we tap into God to help us to find that creative energy, that creative flow? For those of you who are Pisces, you know that's easy. I swear, every Piscean I've ever met, there is just such a natural creative energy about them. I have this one sister, we worked together for many, many years. I'm not going to call her name, but she knows who she is. And I'll ask her, and I'll say, come on, you come up with an idea, you come up with a plan. No, sister, what is it that you like? I says, nothing comes up in your heart like something creative or something new that you'd like to do or have us do together? No, what would you like? She's just not tapping into that energy. But we're all different, and there's nothing wrong with that. What she's able to do and accomplish, I can't even begin to think how I would be able to do it myself. So we're all here for different purposes. But how can we use God to tap into our creativity? They say, you know, creativity has a deep link and a deep connection to the divine, to the supreme, and it really does. But what I'd like to share with you is perhaps some of the steps that I take in order to assist me in finding new ideas, new concepts. It's not even just a creative product or project as such, but even to find the creativity within yourself, to think a little different, to be open to something new, to just find that freshness in your life existence. Now I'd like to kind of take us on this journey here. Many of us take time to be alone, quiet, in solitude. Maybe we do doodling. Maybe we look at something to strike an energy of thought in us, or we watch something, or we love quotations or inspirations or affirmations, and they might help. Some of us love to be very creative with cooking. You can only cook vegetables. You can cook vegetables in a myriad of ways. It's not just in one way. You know, maybe you make, what is that thing that you put it? Air fry. Zucchini is amazing. But then when you take zucchini and you fry it with coconut oil in a frying pan, it has a different flavor. But if you take zucchini and you bake it with tomato sauce and a little bit of cheese, vegan cheese, just in case you're a vegan out there, the zucchini tastes different. So it's still zucchini. But there's so many ways that you can enjoy the process of zucchini. And the same thing for ourselves. I'm still Jenna You're still Mary, Lee, Lilawati, Sue, Samantha, Dinesh. You're still that. But how do you find the spirit in your being to just enjoy this thing called life? You have to live it. You have to live it. But to enjoy it. Yesterday, I'm just going to give you a quick story before we go back. I had a dream of Sister Jenna, and there was a program in New York. And I woke up the morning and I just asked the crew, let's just go to New York. And we drove to New York 4.5 hours, got our hotel room, 1 minute from the venue, got in, enjoyed, had a media meeting with friends, came back home that same night. There was something new, something we've never done before. And from that creative thought or that energy shift of doing something new and something different, created a lot of opportunities and other things that I wouldn't have received if I just stayed in my regular pattern. Creativity will open the door for newness. Creativity creates abundance. Creativity gets you this deep experience of freedom. Creativity brings your attention to loving God a lot. Thank you. How did you think of that? How did you touch my mind for that? So again, I'm using that as an example that just do something different, something new, and it just shifts your energy and it creates so much newness in your life, and opportunities can come your way like you would have never had it before. So here are some steps in how to look at preparing to open up that channel, that inner route for creative juices to flow. First and foremost, start to practice a consistent, disciplined way of existing. Example, in the Brahma Kumaris community, many of us wake up at a particular time in the morning, usually 4 o'clock. And when we wake up at 4 o'clock, internally we're thinking about the journey within, the thoughts, the feelings, the choices that we've made, and what I might have in front of me for the day. And we try to think about how to really create the right energy, the right personality, the right impressions, how to serve the right quality in the personality early in the morning. Because early in the morning, there are no distractions. So you think a lot about the love that's within you, the purity that's within you, the peace that's within you, and all of that is coming from God's light, Baba's light. The supreme power listens to your deepest feelings when your mind is quiet. It is in the inner solitude of your mind that the energy of God's light awakens the new energy to keep you going, to keep you feeling fulfilled. So I highly recommend to really develop a practice of a consistent way of nurturing that inner world. That inner world is focused on positivity, pure thoughts, thoughts that are connected to your highest self. Let's say you have an aim to become an angel. You have an aim to become like a living deity. You have an aim about these qualities in you to reflect in running your corporation, working at the desk, cleaning the car, driving the car, cooking the food, sitting at home in solitude and just thinking. It's an aim where the quality is coming into your personality. So you have to practice that. It's very, very important. Now, the second thing is start to really think about your current situation and what's going on around you. There might be certain things that you're not fully comfortable with, which is a great sign that you have to bring something new into you. You're not comfortable with it, but many of us get comfortable with being not comfortable with what we're not comfortable with. That's not good. It is always going to happen. Every soul is going to encounter moments of discomfort in their lives. That discomfort is a sign change is coming. But now you have to go within and go to God's light and begin to initiate the change, which is really tapping into something creative, thinking of something different, speaking about something different, doing something different. So that discomfort, if your discomfort is for a long period of time, you're stuck. You're in an old paradigm, you're not feeling good, you're giving up, you're a little bit hopeless. Okay, that's fine. You've got to turn in, you've got to tap in, you've got to get up and get into that part of you where the energy of God's love and purity can initiate some kind of a inner fuel, inner light to keep you going. You will always exist, but in what condition? Have you ever flown in an airplane? First class, economy class, it's two different energies and two different ways of flying. But we all are going to get to the destination. But the way you fly, the way you travel will be different. When you tap into Baba's light, God's light, there's a creative flow that comes through you. New ideas. You're not afraid of letting go of what you've already done or who you have been. This is very big. Each time you tap into Baba's light, there's an openness that happens because you have to let go of old things. And when you're creating, there's something new happening and you're no longer holding on to old achievements or old ideas. There's something new, and that's enthusiasm and happiness and joy and courage with a little touch of fear, wondering if it'll happen or not. And it always will. That energy of letting things go so that new ideas and new experiences can emerge. Another thing that you can pay attention to, especially early in the morning, most creative ideas will emerge in you when you're deeply relaxed. When you're taking a bath, I get so many creative ideas showering because I'm most relaxed as well. Go, oh yeah, that can happen. Oh, we can do this. Oh, that should happen. And as soon as I get out, I just jot it down, or I go, oh, we've got to get this, so I put it on the phone. I said, that would be a great idea. Actually, I was in a meeting in New York yesterday with the same thing. I went to the event. And while I'm sitting speaking to Ray Coleman, who is the CEO of Let's Disrupt Digital, Ray's working on a Parisian fashion show for the Olympics in July. And I said, Ray, have you ever thought of doing this and this and this in the fashion show? And it was such a great idea. And again, I'm sitting talking to Ray Coleman, but I'm thinking of God as I'm sitting with him. And my mind is connected to a larger picture within myself. And just because of who he offers and what he was offering with his program for the Olympics, the thought comes up, and I said, Ray, have you thought of this? And he thought it was a splendid idea. Something that no one would have ever thought about for any other kind of fashion show. I'm giving you as an example, it's not just even being in the bathroom that your creative thoughts from God can flow. It is wherever you go. Here is my final sharing. Keep a little space for God in your heart. Keep that space for God to stay somewhere in your heart. I don't care what's happening around you. Talking to a million people, you feel a little sleepy here or there, or you're walking, or you've got a deadline, or this or that. Things are not happening, but this part of you inside of your heart, where you keep that little space, if it can't be big for you, commit to having a little space where God doesn't leave you in your heart. And when I say God, it is, I'm going to break it down practically. It's not Buddha, Christ, Abraham, Muhammad, any of that. When I say keep a little space of God in your heart, it's like, what is benevolent here? What is beneficial for this moment? What can make this moment better for everyone in this space? what can do to help this person, what is needed to help this person to be their best, not what I want them to be, but looking at their strengths and their limits, what is good for them. If you practice that in your nature, where there's this attitude of what is best for this person, what is good for them, what is good for this soul, it becomes a clear sign of you looking at yourself and asking, what is mine to do, God? What is good for me? Use me. I'm here. You're up there in a different state of consciousness, and the more I think of you, I bring you here. If I keep a little space of God in my heart, and I'm benevolent in my spirit and in my nature as a person, I bring God down. And if I keep a little space of God, or I make it a big space of God here, and you do it, and you do it, and you do it, and you, and you, and you, and you do it, it's like we make God omnipresent. Because now you feel and you see God everywhere. Because your feelings are of benevolence. I'm here to help you. Because I need to help myself. And when that nature in your being is cultivated, creativity flows. Because anytime you want that creative newness, you tap into God, and God opens it up for you. And so this beautiful energy of light, this supreme being, this ocean of love and purity and peace that makes you a gentle force in the world, is powerful. Keep a little space for God in your heart every day, for the rest of your life. Don't kick God out that the ego keeps winning, the attachment keeps winning, the lust keeps winning, the anger keeps winning. Once you kick God out of the heart, then algae takes you over. And algae blocks your creativity in a way that brings benevolence to the planet. I'm not saying that anger, lust, greed, attachment, and ego, algae, doesn't have its own creative force. God will not turn the back on demons or angels. He's present for all energies who taps into the force of energy that it exists. But sometimes I look at things created from algae, it doesn't give me a benevolent feeling. It gives me a temporary kind of a enthusiasm, but then it leaves me dry. It doesn't sustain my spirit to stay strong. And it leaves me wanting more and more and more, because algae doesn't fulfill the spirit, it fulfills the five senses and the bodily desires. But when you tap into God's love and God's light, He doesn't have any interest. The energy of the divine doesn't have interest of your five senses. His only focus is on the divine inner being of light that you are. Then you can use your five senses to do something of benevolence and love. Let's take a few moments of meditation, and I hope this has helped someone out there today. Om Shanti. Join in as we enter the world behind our eyes. Settle in and get comfortable. Feeling yourself rooted in the body of the five senses. And when you're ready, allow your eyes to gently soften, remaining gently open. Turn your gaze inward to the seed
of your inner being, the point of sparkling light within you, the energy behind your eyes. Take a few slow, deep breaths. And imagine yourself opening to receive the grace and wisdom of the sweet divine, the only divine. Begin to envision a warm golden light permeating through the top of your head, coming directly from the heart of the divine to your pure, beautiful heart. Witness your inner being radiating this light from the center of your forehead. Stay with this light and feel it strengthening in vibrancy and power as it combines with the pure energy of everyone joining in this meditation. Now, notice how our singular rays touch and overlap, creating a cohesive, clear vortex of love, of peace, and only that which is true is permitted to enter here in this moment. Allow the light of peace to permeate your being. Bask in the light of this peace, this purity, this love. As we collectively pass through this era of great change, let us contemplate how we can each become a vehicle of seva, of selfless service. Taking another deep breath, begin to silently ask yourself, what is mine to do? How may I serve? How is my role changing? Elevating, expanding, or becoming focalized. Show me, God, how to take these skills and talents and all the gifts you've bestowed upon me in this meditation, and flow them out to others in the world. Let me stay here and listen for a moment. Visualize yourself being present and allowing the vibrations from this moment in time in your company to extend to all living souls. Now let's go deeper. Dear Divine, make me an instrument of your peace, your love, your purity. Amplify my empathy, patience, compassion, and capacity to forgive. Inspire me to appreciate and activate the soul's potential. So I will continue to be of service. Thank you for all that you've done, for all that you are, and for all that is to come. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Jehovah. Thank you, Shiva. Thank you, God. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
That was such a beautiful meditation, wasn't it? So now you know how to access the connection to the divine. Let's move on to our Sister Gita effect and hear what words of wisdom our beloved angel has to share.
If there's not love and mutual respect in relationship, they take you down. And in order to come up, make that relationship with Divine, the Supreme, so that your relationships can improve. The experience of God's love restores faith in God. It's entitled Love is Forever. So, the experience of God's love restores faith in God. However, for this faith to be powerful, it needs to be based not just on feelings and experience, but also on a clear understanding of the true nature of the self, God, and life. This makes the soul worthy and powerful. God gives us such deep, powerful love that this love becomes eternal. It is never destroyed. It can never be reduced. Our love should remain eternal based on this understanding. Om Shanti.
Assured your memory lingers and your life just continues, whether you're in your body or out. If you've done benevolence, if you've been a benevolent spirit, your legacy never ends. So let's take a look at chat. Santosh, what is our awakened intelligence revealing to us about some of the thoughts that I've shared? So to tap into God for creativity, prayer, meditation, which we do, please move. Gratitude practice, always a huge thing. Seek silence and solitude, yes. Read sacred texts, that's true. Inspire your intellect. Nature connection. Go out to the nature a little bit. For me, I love the beach. Express through art. Use creative expression as a form of worship. Dancing, poetry, painting, writing, drawing. Service and compassion. This is a good one. It's true. Whenever you give from your heart, something opens up in you. Community and fellowship, another big thing. Always find your tribe, the people that really lift you up. Dream journaling. Keep a journal by your bed to record your dreams. That's interesting. Trust and let go. Practical exercise. Have a morning routine. Creative space. Inspirational quotations. Regular reflections are some of the things that can help you to tap into God's energy for creativity. All right, I know we're running out of time, so one of the things that I loved from our Avyak signal today, which I'll just read really fast, which I thought was amazing. Today's Avyak signal, which is these subtle thoughts from above. Even though this is an old body, it is the greatness of this final body that the elevated soul, with this support, has spiritual experiences. So the soul and body are combined. Do not come into the consciousness of your old body, old mentality, but be a master and make it work for you. Therefore, be soul conscious. Be a karma yogi. When you're in action, remember God. And continue to enable your physical organs to keep performing good actions. Remain free from the awareness of the ego. I am the one doing this. I did this. This consciousness of I hurts you. So perform actions while being detached and loving. And this is the karma yogi stage from the Avyak signal. Isn't that great? We need more karma yogis in the world in order to make the world a better place. At least I think so. So to all of our friends out there, did you like today's sharing? Please do a comment. Let me hear you. For some reason, okay, here comes it. All right. So good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Gigi, Sue, Angelica, Kambili, Tatiana, welcome. Good to have you on. I haven't seen you before. Tara, Om Shanti, and a warm welcome. Anita, Tamil, Skippy, Nina, Shobha, Sandhya, welcome. Gina, Jenna, Manalo. Thank you for being an angel for us. You're welcome, Jenna. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Beth. Hi, Tulasi. Hi, Aunt and Yukti, Divya, Baba, Kambili, Lilawati, Kailash, Lavanya, Lee, Indu, and all of our family and friends out there. Thank you for joining us on The Next Normal. Remember, if you want to really develop the ability to love more, practice loving everybody the same. Your attachments will get less. Take care of yourself, and may you be creative today. Om Shanti.